Hello, I'm Josh Woodward with Mississippi Able, and today I have my good friend Mr. Herbert Humphrey with me to help us talk about the Mississippi Able program and the upcoming Age Adjustment Act. Good to see you
Good to see
again.
you again. Yeah.
Glad to have you today. Thank you for helping us out.
Oh, my pleasure.
The current age for qualifying for Able is 26, but shortly, January 1st of this coming year, that's going to move back to 46. Few months ago, when I remember you and I were talking at the Disability Mega Conference, and
Correct.
we were talking about ABLE and how that was going with me. And I think I asked you the question, do you have an ABLE account? Because I just assumed that you did.
I do not.
And you mentioned to me that you actually did not qualify for ABLE at the time.
Did not. Nope. When the program was first introduced to me, roughly 4 years ago, I think it was really heavily catered to younger people with disabilities
Yeah.
and on Social Security who wanted to save and earn
Mm-hmm.
more and not worry about um, the quote unquote Social Security disability cash cliff
Yeah,
for making too much
that's
money,
right.
So I kind of left it alone and I told young people about it,
Yep.
encouraged them to do it, but it wasn't available to me. So that was just, I
Well,
just knew about it to tell other people. I'm legally blind. I
okay.
have about 15% vision. It's my peripheral vision that makes me more so
Okay.
legally blind than my
So
vision.
you have more tunnel.
Yeah. I did not become disabled until I was 42.
Okay.
And at the time when the program was introduced, I don't remember the exact age, but I was well past it. I think this is a wonderful program and happy to see the expansion that it could possibly bring, especially throughout the state. One of the things we preach in the disability community, and I know you've heard it a lot, is independence.
Mm-hmm.
And that does come with a financial responsibility
That's right.
to maintain the independence. So that's one of the benefits that I see this ABLE program bringing to
Mm-hmm.
more people. So I'm fairly excited about it. Something that they know that they can rely on in case of an emergency. Because in our world, in the disability communities, there's more likely a chance of an emergency to pop up than not. And we want to be able to know that we have the money there to help us out. And the thing about it, we have a lot of disabled veterans that are coming home that are at that 46 age
That's
mark,
right.
uh, that we would encourage them to become a part of the Mississippi Able program
Mm-hmm.
to save, to earn, and improve. I've always had concerns about money being nestled away for an emergency or
As any responsible individual hopefully should be.
well, it wasn't always like that. When I
Yeah.
when I was actually 26, the furthest thing from my mind.
Agreed. Agreed. Same.
But as we get older, that is a big concern. So I am a big proponent of the Mississippi Able program.
So what does that, knowing that in January, the Age Adjustment Act will take place, and we'll move the age qualification back to 46. Is that something that you will be interested in for yourself, or you know, and I guess obviously also the people that you work with. You are on the Jackson ADA Council and come in contact with individuals with disabilities daily, I would assume.
Almost daily, yes.
Is this something that would benefit them? I mean, is this something that comes up in conversation?
Yes, it would be. Now, when we talk about money, then of course I will bring it up. But
Mm-hmm.
again, before this upcoming age adjustment, I wouldn't bring it up to older people who had
That's
their
right.
disability because it wasn't going to benefit them.
That's right.
But now with this change coming, I'm looking forward to talking about it, and I'm
Sure.
looking forward to the opportunity to
Hmm.
improve my financial portfolio as
Yeah,
well.
well, I'm looking forward to helping you do that. I think a lot of folks get misunderstood at times of that. You don't well, that you if you're old that you don't qualify, right? And the thing that we always look at with able is, when did your disability happen to you? If it happened to you as a child, or you were born with it, or maybe even in your teens, or early 20s, currently you would still qualify. Um, you know, with the way it's going with this Age Adjustment Act, it will be all the way up into the 40s, and so you could acquire. Disability doesn't discriminate. We always talk about that.
Right.
And for those who may have been in a vehicle accident, or those who have maybe had some sort of other injury, or something happening to them in their life, um, I'm hopeful that with this age adjustment that we're going to be able to serve so many more people.
So would I. I think this is a wonderful program, and happy to see the expansion that it could possibly bring.
We always talked about physical independence. Coming from the vocational program, my vocational background, always preaching physical independence, go to work, be active in your community. But it really didn't occur to me until I became the ABLE director that financial independence is a critical piece of physical independence.
Yes, it is.
You can be physically independent, but if you do not have financial independence, you're going to be hindered to some extent. And for individuals who are either maybe choosing not to work because of their benefit status, or maybe they're too afraid to dabble in, I don't want to even think about the potential of I might do something to my benefits. It took me so long to get them, that sort of thing. With ABLE, we can overcome those hurdles and allow them to say we can do away with doing spin downs. We can do away with that benefits cliff and allow people to utilize ABLE to help them achieve a greater level of financial independence, which will end up benefiting their physical independence.
Absolutely. And there's so many other ways that it would benefit too, because one of the things that we also talk a lot about in the disability community is transportation. You got to be able to get to
That's
work.
right.
Uh, and even though a lot of us, like myself, we don't drive, it still costs
That's
for
right.
us
Yes, it does.
to take transportation, no matter what form it is, whether it's a ride share or public
Hmm.
transportation. So, knowing that you have that safety net being a part of the Mississippi ABLE program
That's right.
is a great benefit.
Inside of that ABLE account, you have an option for an investment to invest money, but you also have a checking option. And when you choose that checking option, or if you put money into the checking option, they're going to ask you if you'd like a checkbook or a debit card. Now, checkbooks are they seem like they're going away these days.
Yeah,
Every now and then we get a checkbook, somebody
I've
who wants
not
a
written a
checkbook.
check in over 20 years.
But, if you get that debit card, you can swipe it at the Walgreens. You can swipe it at the Walmart. You can pay for that Uber. You
Right.
can,
Get that
that
Christmas
money that you're
gift.
able to save. Yeah, you can go to the store. Um, you can go pay that doctor bill at the counter. You know, use it just like you would an account from the Region Park or the Hancock Whitney or wherever that may be. And instead of doing those spin downs, or maybe not working at all and living off a very limited income that you're getting just from your benefits, you're able to save that money, put it back, and you're increasing your ability for independence by doing that, and allowing yourself to be independent inside your community.
Exactly. Because in our world, in the disability communities, there's more likely a chance of an emergency to pop up than not. And we want to be able to know that we have the money there to help us out.
I think you nailed it right on the head with, well, obviously, what you just mentioned there is the financial independence piece, right? And when questions come up, that's what we're here for. Everybody's financial picture is just like their disability. It's all individualized. It's, everybody's going to have a different scenario. And the best thing they can do, if they're even curious about it, or even if they have a random question about it, is to ask us and let us look and talk through it. And if we don't have answers, we know the people who do. And we're not going to take any sort of a step until we're certain exactly what's going to happen and that they're well looked after. And so I think that's great advice for anybody listening, is to at least ask the question. Don't push it to the side just because you don't know or it seems scary.
Right.
I think we need to, investigate. And if it's not for you, then we'll come to that conclusion. But you may be missing an opportunity by not investigating more. So I think that's great advice.
Absolutely. January 3rd, I have now qualified for the Mississippi Able account. I feel, I would say, relief, first of all, to know that I can have a sturdy account that I can rely on to save. It took me a while to learn how to save. It didn't come at me as early as I think it should have. But knowing that I can do this now with a brand new program that's not just for the young folks or the folks who caught their disability at a younger age than me. So, relief that I know I can start an account and use the account, with the checking account options,
Hmm.
um, to take care of life's business, the things of daily life. That's one of the hard things, being a homeowner, taking care of those things. Being a homeowner doesn't stop after you sign the paperwork and buy the house. Everything needs fixing, So this account, you know, will provide a lot of stability, or a lot more stability in my life, and I'm looking forward to opening it.